Hello and welcome. I'm BluenoseLJ. Transfer news for Everton on the 29th of August 2020. And there is quite a lot of speculation out there at the moment, which is understandable when you take into consideration the lack of transfer activity both in and out of Everton so far this transfer window. So let's look. Obviously, the Allan deal. I've said it many times. I'm really confident that the Allan deal will get done and Allan will be an Everton player, despite the interest from Juve over the last day or so. Allan has made it clear that he would like to come and play for Everton under Carlo Ancelotti, and I do believe that that deal will get done. Now, the Doucoure deal seems like it's getting closer. Speculation is that we've already agreed personal terms with the player. There is a bit of a valuation difference between Watford and Everton. Everton looking 20 to 25 million, Watford more 30 to 35. But there's possibility that there may be a player from Everton go on loan to Watford, which will help with the valuation. And I do think that both of those deals will actually get done, and both of them will get done before the start of the new season. And we'll have Allan and Doucoure in the centre midfield, which will obviously strengthen that area where we desperately need strengthening at the moment. And obviously we've got Gamabin to come back, and we'll see what type of player he is eventually, I'm sure. Obviously, James Rodriguez, and who doesn't want that deal to go through? We've been linked with him before, but with the Carlo Ancelotti link, he's played for him for Real Madrid and at Bayern Munich. I think that there's real possibility that we may end up with James Rodriguez as well. Now, that midfield, I know that James Rodriguez can kind of play up front as well, but the midfield of Allan, Doucoure, Gomez, maybe Rodriguez, I think it could allow us to play a 4-3-3. We would have Allan and Doucoure as like kind of holding midfielders, and that would allow our the wing backs, Digne and maybe Coleman. We're obviously linked with still with Florenzi and Arias of Atletico Madrid. So maybe a different right back, but allow them to push on, which we could play, Doucoure, Gomez, and Allan in the midfield, and maybe Dominic Calvert-Lewin through the centre, and then Richarlison on the left of our attack, and James Rodriguez more on the right. That excites me if we could get these type of players. We're linked with, like I say, Florenzi and Arias. Whether we get one of those players, I think depends on us possibly getting rid of John Joe Kenny. We got linked today with Rafinha of Barcelona. I'm not sure if there's too much in that. Maybe that's because of the link with James Rodriguez. Maybe as an alternative if we didn't get Rodriguez. And Odsonne Edouard from Celtic is a possibility that we've been linked with. Again, I really don't think that this one is realistic. There's a £40 million fee, and I don't think that we're going to spend £40 million on a striker. Although there is speculation of Keane being linked back with Juventus. There's speculation of that being a loan, or maybe even a permanent deal. But I'd rather that didn't happen. I don't want to see Keane leave on a permanent deal. And I don't think that the loan makes sense either. Not back to Juventus anyway. We know that he can do it in Italy. We have to see him do it in the Premier League, and maybe a loan to a lower Premier League club would make a lot more sense. If you are going to loan the player and we're not going to use him next season, I think that it would make more sense to send him to a Premier League club than back to Italy, where we don't need him to prove himself in Italy. We need him to prove himself in the Premier League. So yeah, these are the players that we're being linked with. Whether any of these come to fruition, like I say, I think the Allan and Doucoure deals are real possibilities. The James Rodriguez looks like there's something real in that as well. Edward, possibly not. Rafina, I doubt it. Florenzi and Arias, if we get rid of Kenny, I don't see us signing either of those players unless we get rid of John Joe Kenny, which I think that we should do because I don't think he's good enough. But it's whether somebody comes in and wants to basically pay the money that we want for him, which is somewhere between 10 and 12 million. Another one was Sigurdsson being linked with Fulham. I don't know how much is in that at the moment. There's not too much in the way of outgoings at the moment either. So Sandro is back on Monday, so that's exciting. He's managed to score 3 goals while he's been away, so obviously he's improved. Anyway, he's scored 3, which is more than what he scored for us. So yeah, that's basically it. It's a lot of frustration, a lot of the same thing at the moment, but I do think that things are starting to move and get a little bit closer. We will get those 3. I know that the worry is that Everton will do an Everton and we won't get the players that we're looking for, but I'm really confident that we have Carlo Ancelotti and we will get those players over the line and we will be a much better team, or at least a much better squad next season than what we are at the moment. I think it will look a lot different than it does. So yeah, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you on the next video where we'll do another update of potential players that coming to Everton, and hopefully we'll get one where it's an announcement of a player that has signed.